Okay. Okay, can you see this screen, class?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay, all
sir.
right, okay, good. Now listen carefully. Actually, a lot of structure here, actually, class, okay? But don't worry, right? Okay, we try to simplify this diagram so that you should know what is the most important thing that you should know, actually. All right, the first structures that you should know is the first level of the medulla oblongata. When we talk about internal anatomy of the medulla oblongata, the first thing that you should know is we divide your medulla oblongata based on three regions. All right, based on three regions, right? Okay, at the regions of the first one, the most inferior, we call it as at the regions of the pyramid decussations. At the pyramid of decussations. Second, at the mid level of the medulla oblongata, we call it as a sensory decussation. And the last one at the level of the olive, right? This is the most superior, the most rostral part of the medulla oblongata, where you can see this olive. Okay, first we need to discuss about the at the level of pyramid decussation over here, class. Pyramid decussation. So you should remember that, class, right? This is the transverse section when we observe these structures from superior. Okay, we cut. Okay, right? For example, this is your medulla oblongata, right? This is your medulla oblongata. Sorry, this is your pons, above your pons, right? Okay, so this is the anterior median fissure. All right, you have this sulcus, right? You have this sulcus. All right, now listen carefully, class, right? Okay, now, all right, this is anterior median fissure. Laterally, you can see these two swollen area laterally, class. Laterally, this swollen area we call as a, yes, class. Lateral to anterior median fissure, this swollen area we call as a, yes, class?
Uh,
Yes, we call as a, very good, pyramids. So now focus pada this pyramid. This pyramid, class. This is the pyramids actually. This pyramid actually, okay, this pyramid actually, if we observe when we cut your brainstem, because of this diagram should be, kita cut dekat mana? Dekat bahagian inferior di bawah ni. Alright? Caudal part medulla oblongata, which is close to the close to the spinal cord. So this pyramid you can see from where dia berada di bahagian anterior. This is anterior, this is posterior. Because you should know that ini adalah anterior median fissure. Posteriorly, this is your posterior median sulcus, right? So meaning that this is your pyramids actually. This is pyramids, left and right pyramids. Okay, this is pyramids. So what is a pyramid actually? Pyramid basically is something like elevations bilateral to your anterior median fissure, and this pyramid is very important because this pyramid basically consists of motor tracts. Consists of motor tract. Okay. 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 Listen carefully, class. What is pyramids actually, class? Pyramids, right? Basically, this pyramid structure, which is consists of bundle of axon, it consists bundle of axon, and that bundle of axon will be your motor pathway or motor tracks. Okay, which is from your brain actually everything tracks or bundle of axon descending pathway. In order to move into your brainstem and also your spinal cord, all these bundle of axon ataupun motor tracks mesti melalui you punya pyramids, understood? Mesti melalui you all punya pyramids, right? So you should remember that, class, inside you punya pyramid you have two tracks which is passing through your pyramids. Number one, you have cortico spinal tract. Cortico spinal tract. And number two, absolutely you have corticobulbar ataupun cortico, yes, I think you know, right? Cortico nuclear tract. Yes, same, right? Corticobulbar ataupun corticonuclear tract. This corticospinal tract basically you can divide into two. Satu adalah anterior corticospinal tract. Satu lagi adalah lateral corticospinal tract. Okay. But by the way, everything adalah corticospinal tract. So now class, right? I think you need to imagine over here class. I need to draw a simple diagram for you, right? So let's say this is your cerebrum, right? Your cerebrum, your transverse section, sorry, your coronal sections, cerebrum, right? So this is your midbrain, this is your pons class, right? And here this is your pontomolar junctions, right? So this is your pontomolar junction, and absolutely this is your yes class, this is your medulla oblongata, right? And centrally you have anterior median fissure, anterior median fissure, and laterally you have anterolateral sulcus. So this is the anterolateral sulcus, right? Anterolateral sulcus, and as you know, this anterolateral sulcus, in between anterolateral sulcus and also anterior median fissure, everything here you call as a pyramids, right? So this is the pyramid actually. Now, listen carefully, class. Right. Okay. First, you should know about corticospinal tract. Corticospinal tract, you have two actually, anterior and lateral. Listen carefully. Right. First, okay, let's expose that corticospinal tract pasti derived from where, class? This is motor tract, right? Mesti derive from where? Dia mesti derive daripada you all punya motor cortex. Am I right, class? Motor cortex. Specific absolutely you all punya primary motor area. So apa yang you nampak ni, ini adalah primary motor area. Pre or post center gyrus, class? Primary motor area? Yes. Primary motor area is located dekat pre or post center gyrus? Pre-central gyrus. Very good. Pre-central gyrus, right? Now, first kali saya explain about corticospinal tract, okay? Corticospinal tract, okay? Yang mana first kali saya nak explain adalah berkaitan dengan lateral corticospinal tract first kali. Lateral corticospinal tract. Okay. Okay, semua ni adalah lateral corticospinal tract. Okay, saya buat red color. Okay, red color. Okay, so what you can see here, this is the origin for your anterior corticospinal tract, right? From the primary motor area, dia akan descend down class, yes class. Absolutely, dia akan membentuk apa class? Internal capsule. Am I right class? Internal capsule. Again, soalan untuk you all. This corticospinal tract adalah dia adalah membentuk which part of internal capsule? Which part of internal capsule class? Yes. Which part of internal capsule?
Posterior limb.
Pardon, yes. Alright, very very good. Dia membentuk you all punya, yes class, membentuk you all punya ini, this region, right? Ini adalah you all punya posterior limb internal capsule, because this is anterior limb, this is posterior limb, and this is genu internal capsule. Am I right? Absolutely, this tract, okay, corticospinal tract ataupun lateral corticospinal tract basically derive from where? They derive from you all punya posterior limb internal capsule. Okay, so all this fiber coming from the primary motor area, they can descend down membentuk internal capsule, which is posterior limb internal capsule, right? Passing through your midbrain. Don't worry, after this kita akan touch which part of midbrain, and also passing through your pons. Again, after this, which part of your pons they can passing through, and then after that, this fiber lateral corticospinal tract akan moving towards your medulla and enter your pyramid. Faham kelas? Nampak kelas? Dia akan enter your pyramid. Because sekarang saya bercakap mengenai lateral corticospinal tract. Okay, same thing, bilateral. You can imagine, alright, this is your corona radiata, right? And then this fiber descend down plus membentuk posterior internal capsule, cross your midbrain, pons, and also, okay, cross your midbrain, pons, and also enter your, yes class, enter your pyramid. That's why we can say that this pyramid basically consists of corticospinal tract. In this case, lateral corticospinal tract. Now, listen carefully. Once this fiber entering the corticos, entering the pyramid structures of the medulla, at the lower ends of the medulla, at the lower end of the medulla, di bawah medulla, okay, atau you can say at the level lower part of the pyramids, lower part of the pyramid, this lateral corticospinal tract basically akan mengalami, yes kelas, yes, apa ni kelas, what you can see here kelas, this fiber apa yang nampak ni kelas, yes kelas, what you can see here kelas, apa yang weird about this structure kelas, yes, this fiber at the lower end of the medulla within the pyramids. So what you can see here, this fiber akan, yes, akan apa?
The cross.
Absolutely. So this lateral cortical spine within the pyramid, which is at the inferior, okay, lower ends of the medulla, this fiber akan cross each other. Okay, right going move to the left, left move to the right class. It cross together, right? So this kind of crossing fiber, which is lateral cortical spine, cross each other at the lower end of the medulla. So this crossing fiber kita panggil sebagai, yes class, we call as a pyramids decussation. Understand? Pyramid decussation. Faham plus? Because of, based on kita punya sections of the brain, section of medulla tadi class, right? Okay. So what you can see here class, kita cut dekat mana? Kita cut dekat this region actually. This is how kita buat cut actually. Okay. Kita cut dekat mana? At the level of pyramid decussation. Now you know that pyramid decussation actually refer to crossing fiber from the lateral corticospinal tract. Understood? Like lateral corticospinal tract. All right. And then this fiber, okay, this fiber from the lateral corticospinal tract akan continue the journey. Yes. Apa yang berlaku after that? Dia akan go into your, yes class, akan pergi ke mana? You punya spinal cord. Akan move into your spinal cord. Okay, from here what you can see here class, this fiber lateral corticospinal tract basically akan go into your anterior grey horn, akan go into your anterior grey horn, and akan, yes class, akan stimulate your punya muscles. Okay, akan innervate your skeletal muscle. Okay. So this tract adalah kita panggil sebagai lateral corticospinal tract. Okay, lateral corticospinal tract. Because of this lateral corticospinal tract, how kita tahu ini adalah lateral corticospinal tract? Because this fiber basically decussate. Decussate means they cross each other dekat bahagian mana? Lower end of the medulla. That's number one class. Number two class, right? Some fiber daripada whole fiber which membentuk corticospinal tract, some fiber kita panggil sebagai anterior corticospinal tract. Most of the fiber, this thing, lateral corticospinal tract. Bila saya kata most of the fiber, meaning that lateral corticospinal tract adalah much more bigger compared to anterior corticospinal tract. Okay, and this lateral corticospinal tract, the special thing about this lateral corticospinal tract, basically it forms decussations at the level of lower end of the medulla. Next adalah anterior corticospinal tract. Anterior corticospinal tract, same thing. It derived from where? Primary motor area. Alright, coming from where? And same thing. Okay. Okay, it coming from primary motor area. Okay, they can descend downward again as an internal capsule. Same thing. Which part of internal capsule? Same thing. Posterior limb internal capsule. Dia kan juga muter-muter posterior limb internal capsule, right? After that, this fiber same pathway, same route actually, cross your midbrain, cross your pons, and then enter your, yes class, enter your, yes, enter structure apa class? This anterior corticospinal tract akan entering your
Pyramid.
same thing, right? Enter your pyramids. But the thing is class, this anterior corticospinal tract, after they passing through your pyramid, they cross your pyramid, apa beza dia? Nampak tak beza dia? Can you see the different class over here?
Yes.
Apa difference dia actually?
Straightways.
Pardon? Yeah? Okay.
Dia tak cross.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. This fiber basically doesn't cross within the pyramid, right? Which means anterior corticospinal tract basically there is no decussation happen, okay, dengan this tract, dengan anterior corticospinal tract. The anterior corticospinal tract straight away go to the spinal cord without having any decussation inside the pyramid. Tetapi you mesti kena ingat, corticospinal tract adalah dominant adalah you all punya lateral corticospinal tract and it decussate actually, right? But some fiber adalah anterior corticospinal tract, it doesn't form any decussation within the pyramid, tetapi after that dia akan pergi ke mana? Pergi ke pyramid without decussations. Everything still lagi ipsilateral. But once they reach you punya spinal cord, then barulah this fiber, apa yang nampak ni kelas, akan mengalami decussation. This fiber akan mengalami decussation. Because this decussation berlaku dekat mana? Berlaku dekat spinal cord level. No, by the way, itu tak penting sekarang ni. Yang penting yang saya nak tahu adalah antara anterior corticospinal tract dan juga lateral corticospinal tract, dalam pyramids, you ada pyramid decussation. And this pyramid decussation berlaku because of you ada lateral corticospinal tracts. Okay, understood class? Lateral corticospinal tracts. Okay. And the last fiber which is passing through your pyramid adalah yang ketiga adalah which is this is coming from where? Coming from your facial region. Coming from your facial region, this is the third fiber class, and this fiber adalah kita panggil sebagai ini cortico-bulbar tract ataupun cortico-nuclear tract. Again, soalan saya dekat you all, cortico-bulbar tract and cortico-nuclear tract right, akan membentuk internal capsule, am I right? Persoalan sekarang ni adalah which part of internal capsule? Adakah anterior, genu atau posterior limb? Which one? Cortico-bulbar.
Geno.
Very good. Over here. Genu of internal capsule. Am I right, class? Genu of internal capsule. Same thing. Dia akan passing through you all punya midbrain. Bila dia passing through you all midbrain, maybe dia akan synapse dengan certain cranial nerve. Dia akan synapse dengan certain cranial nerve. Dia passing through your pons. Again, dia akan form certain synapse dengan certain cranial nerve dekat you all punya pons. Right? Okay. And after that, this fiber also akan enter your pyramids. Okay, juga akan enter your pyramids. Okay, so meaning that inside your pyramid you have three tracts. Okay, you ada anterior corticospinal tract, you ada lateral corticospinal tract, and also you ada cortico-bulbar tract. Tetapi cortico-bulbar tract hanya terminate dekat mana kelas? Hanya terminate dekat you all punya medulla sahaja, until medulla sahaja kelas, right? Until medulla saja before dia akan stimulate you all punya cranial nerve which is related dengan you all punya brainstem ataupun maybe medulla, maybe pons ataupun maybe medulla, maybe midbrain structure class, right? Okay. Okay, itu adalah berkaitan dengan you all punya pyramids class, right? So understood class, what is pyramid? What is the pyramid decussation? So based on this triangle section, what you can see here, ini, nampak ni kelas? Ini adalah lateral corticospinal tract of the class. Can you see that? This lateral corticospinal tract having decussation class ni. They decussate. They decussate each other. Nampak? They decussate. Okay. Okay. Left to the right, right to the left. This fiber. Okay. And this fiber you panggil sebagai, yes class, dipanggil sebagai lateral corticospinal tract. Faham sekarang ni kelas? Right. Now, again, apa lagi structure yang kita perlu tengok dekat you all punya pyramid decussation? First, bila you bercakap mengenai medulla oblongata at the pyramid decussation, you need to explain about this pyramid. That's number one, you can tahu, right? Number two is, class, at the center of your medulla oblongata, you can see this channel class. Absolutely, you know this channel, right? This is the continuation daripada central canal spinal cord, and this is your central canal for your medulla oblongata, all right? And also, this central canal basically surrounded by gray matter, okay? We call it as a central gray matter. Right, next. Now we move posteriorly. This is very, very important structure, posteriorly. Because when we view your medulla oblongata posteriorly, absolutely you can see this structure. Absolutely you can see this structure. This structure, okay? Dekat mana kita view tadi kelas? Dekat this region. Okay, masa kita explain posterior view medulla oblongata. Okay, ini kelas, ini posterior view, this region. Please focus dekat this diagram. Okay, fokus dekat this diagram. Dekat mana kita cut you punya medulla oblongata, kelas? Kita cut dekat bahagian pyramid decussation. Okay, this pyramid decussation maybe somewhere around here. Okay, dekat bahagian you all punya caudal end medulla oblongata, dekat this region kita cut dekat sini. Okay, kita cut dekat this region. Bila you cut dekat this region, what you can see posteriorly, absolutely you akan nampak this structure, which is ini you panggil sebagai, yes class, you panggil sebagai ini, this structure. Apa nama tracks ni? Ini, this track. Two medially, two laterally. Apa nama tracks ni class? Yes class, saya dah explain in detail tadi class. This track which is posterior to your medulla oblongata, continuation from your spinal cord. Apa nama track ni class? Yes. Yes. Medially fasciculus gracilis, laterally fasciculus cuneatus. Faham kelas? That's why bila kita cut your medulla oblongata this way, okay, posteriorly, absolutely you can nampak these two track. Nampak tak track ni kelas? Ini. Medially, kita ada fasciculus. Medially, we have fasciculus cuneatus over here. Ini. Sorry. Fasciculus cuneatus. Ini. Okay, this one. Ini adalah fasciculus cuneatus medially. And laterally, we have fasciculus medially, fasciculus gracilis. Laterally, we have fasciculus cuneatus. Okay, ini adalah fasciculus cuneatus, which is dia adalah continuation daripada posterior column spinal cord. Because spinal cord juga you ada fasciculus gracilis and also fasciculus cuneatus class. Okay, and please you need to remember that fasciculus gracilis dan juga fasciculus cuneatus, these two fasciculus, okay, fasciculus gracilis and also cuneatus, since they derive from spinal cord, they derive adalah daripada spinal cord, these two fasciculus basically dia merupakan tract, somatic sensation tract, which is kedua-duanya akan carry sensation. Kedua-dua tracts ini akan receive sensation berkaitan dengan apa? Dia akan receive sensation berkaitan dengan, yes class, fine touch. Okay, apa lagi? 2-point discrimination. Okay, what else? Vibration. And also proprioception. More specific, kita panggil sebagai conscious proprioception. Right? Okay, so fasciculus cuneatus, fasciculus gracilis, which is coming from your spinal cord, and then go to your medulla oblongata, sama juga as a fasciculus cuneatus and also fasciculus gracilis, kedua-duanya basically akan carry sensation yang sama. Sensation apa? Fine touch, 2-point discrimination, vibration, and also conscious proprioception. Beza di antara fasciculus cuneatus dan juga fasciculus gracilis adalah location sahaja kelas. Location sahaja, di mana fasciculus gracilis akan carry sensation daripada bahagian lower trunk, okay, lower trunk which is your abdomen, your pelvic area, right? And also pada bahagian mana? You all punya, yes, lower limb region. So any sensation regarding fine touch and so on daripada lower trunk and also lower limb, everything carried by fasciculus gracilis. Okay, fasciculus gracilis. Alright. Okay. Whereas the fasciculus cuneatus pula ini, fasciculus cuneatus, ini carry sensation from where? This fasciculus cuneatus adalah more lateral ini. Dia adalah berada di bahagian mana? Fasciculus cuneatus adalah more lateral, whereas fasciculus gracilis more medial. Okay? Gracilis medial, cuneatus adalah lateral. So this fasciculus cuneatus basically again carry same sensation, tetapi daripada mana? Daripada bahagian upper trunk. Upper trunk meaning your most of the thorax, right? And also your upper limb, and don't forget your necks also. Okay, so these are the difference between fasciculus cuneatus and also fasciculus gracilis. Fasciculus cuneatus more lateral, whereas fascicular gracilis more medial class. So this structure basically are the same within your spinal cord and also within your brainstem. Your medulla oblongata also almost this adalah sama actually. Okay. So based on this region class, right, you should know, right, ini adalah fasciculus gracilis dan ini adalah fasciculus cuneatus. Kalau kita observe superiorly, kalau kita observe from posteriorly, you can nampak macam ini structure dia kelas. Tapi bila kita cut this way, transverse section dekat bahagian lower end, dekat bahagian pyramid decusations, your medulla oblongata, absolutely you can nampak this structure class. Only fasciculus gracilis medially, fasciculus cuneatus laterally. Fasciculus gracilis carry sensation from where? From lower trunk, lower limb. Whereas the fasciculus cuneatus carry sensation from where? Upper trunk, your upper limb, and also your neck region class. Okay, class. So far, ada soalan second class. Clear class? Anything? Yes, class. Anything? Faham, class? Soalan? Anything? Anything so far? Tak ada?
So far, okay, sir.
Okay, good. Next. Next, we move laterally. Again, saya tak akan touch every structure dekat sini, right? Tetapi ada certain structure is very, very important. Next. Just lateral to the fasciculus cuneatus. Because kita still lagi bercakap mengenai posterior. Okay? Posterior, you all punya posterior, you all punya apa? You all punya medulla oblongata. Posterior to the fasciculus cuneatus. Can you see this nuclei class? This structure, very big structure over here. Okay, this structure class, lateral to the fasciculus cuneatus. This structure. Okay, this structure basically consists of two structure actually. Dia adalah structure yang mana belongs to trigeminal nerve actually. Dia belongs to trigeminal nerve. Okay, basically this structure. Okay, this structure, this nuclei actually consists of number one, the other trigeminal nuclei. They consist of trigeminal nuclei, and also the other one, trigeminal tract. Trigeminal tract, atau we call it as a spinal tract. Okay, spinal tract. Okay, you ada nuclei at the same time you ada tract. Okay, untuk your open trigeminal nerve, right? So collectively, all the structure, trigeminal nuclei and the trigeminal nerve. So meaning that everything this structure actually, nuclei and tract. You are the trigeminal nuclei, and so you are the trigeminal tract actually. Ataupun we can call as a spinal tract of trigeminal nerve. So all this structure basically we call as, as I mentioned tadi dekat your class, kita panggil sebagai tuberculum cynarium. Tuberculum cynarium. Okay, tuberculum cynarium. Again, what is tuberculum cynarium? Tuberculum cynarium adalah refer pada two structure actually. Number one, trigeminal nuclei. Number two, your trigeminal tract. Ataupun more specific, kita panggil sebagai spinal tract of trigeminal nerve. Okay. By the way, this tuberculum cynarium adalah berkaitan dengan trigeminal nerve sebenarnya. Berkaitan dengan trigeminal nerve, right? Okay, next. Apa lagi structure yang you boleh jumpa kelas dekat you all punya pyramid decussation, right? Yang you should know that adalah tracks. Okay, saya kata dengan you all adalah any brainstem structure adalah mesti ada track yang passing through. A lot of track yang passing through kelas, right? Okay, based on this you boleh nampak kelas, right? You ada spino, the most anterior over here. This what we call as a spino-olivary tract. Posterior you ada anterior spinothalamic tract. Posterior lagi you ada lateral spinal tract, because semua ini adalah merupakan ascending tract ataupun sensory tract. And also we have ventral spinocerebellar tract and also dorsospinocerebellar tract, which is this tract pergi ke mana kelas? Once they passing through your brainstem, dia akan pergi ke mana? Absolutely dia akan pergi ke you all punya cerebellum. Okay, cerebellum. I think impossible to me to explain every track ini because nanti you akan ada track punya lecture. Okay, for the time being, you tahu Dekat bahagian your punya medulla, you have a lot of sensory tract. Okay, spino-olivary, anterior spinothalamic, lateral spinothalamic, ventral spinocerebellar, dorsal spinocerebellar, okay, and also your spinotactal. Semua tract-tract ini kelas adalah merupakan sensory tract ataupun ascending tract. Okay, adalah ascending tract. Biasanya adalah spinocerebellar, the only yang tak pergi ke brain, tak pergi ke your punya cerebrum, which is pergi ke mana? Cerebrum. But the rest of your tract basically, kebanyakannya akan reach your brainstem and reach your cerebral cortex, your cerebrum. Okay. And also, not only you have sensory tract, you also have motor tract, which is passing through, moving downward and go to your spinal cord. The first one that you should know adalah ini kelas. Nampak tak ini? The first one, the most anterior adalah this tract adalah actually, bila kita bercakap mengenai motor tract, you should know about this tract first, which ini adalah corticospinal tract, which is having decussation inside your pyramids. Okay, which saya dah explain tadi, right? Second, kita ada olivospinal tract. Olivospinal tract, because ini merupakan involuntary motor tract. Okay, again, you will learn in detail bila kita bercakap mengenai tract nanti. Olivospinal tract, because ini merupakan, semua ni merupakan descending tract. Yang ini, semua ni adalah ascending tract, right? Because semua ni adalah sensory tract. Yang ini merupakan motor tract, alright? Olivospinal tract, you have vestibulospinal tract, you have rubrospinal tract. Okay, everything basically merupakan motor tract, which is carry sensation pergi ke mana? Pergi ke brainstem dan spinal cord untuk execution of the movement, untuk hasilkan pergerakan kelas, right? So first I explain about pyramids. Second, I explain about the corticospinal tract, which is decussate inside this pyramid. Third, I explain about what is the fasciculus gracilis, fasciculus cuneatus. Fourth, I terangkan mengenai what is tuber cinereum, which is these are the combination in between trigeminal nerve, trigeminal nuclei, and also trigeminal tract. And next, I explain about this medulla oblongata dekat bahagian pyramid decussation. You can nampak ada a lot of tract yang passing through as ascending, which is sensory tract, and also as a descending ataupun motor tracts. Class, right? Okay, class. So far, ada soalan saya ni, class? Anything, class? Saya tak akan explain in detail for every track, class, right? I think impossible for me to explain every track in detail for the time being, because you are the track punya lecture nanti. Okay? Because of you have to know that every track ini ada dia punya how they begins and how they terminates, whether they decussate ataupun tidak. Ada banyak. And also you need to remember about the nuclei. Okay, so that's why it's very tricky, atau not tricky. What I mean is, I tak boleh explain in detail sekarang ni lah, alright? Okay, because of kita main focus adalah we need to know about what is the structure inside your brainstem. Okay, inside your medulla oblongata. Alright. So last second class, I think for pyramid decussation level, I think finish. Okay, after this kita akan masuk ke sensory decussations. Why we call it as a sensory decussation? Right, so far class, ada soalan? Okay, good. Next, we go into the sensory decussation. Sensory decussation. When we talk about sensory decussation class, basically, okay, approximately dekat mana kita cut this medulla oblongata. Usually, kita cut this medulla oblongata dekat which level class? Dekat bahagian ini. Dekat bahagian mid level. Okay? At the mid level of the medulla oblongata, we can say that level adalah kita panggil sebagai sensory decussation level. Okay? Sensory decussation level. Okay, so bila kita cut dekat that level, what you can see here, absolutely you can nampak this diagram. I think banyak structure yang almost sama actually, especially tract. That's why saya tak ada terangkan mengenai tract. Okay, kebanyakan tracts ini adalah remain dekat tempat yang sama. For example, if you have dorsal spinocerebellar over here, absolutely dekat sini juga, nampak? Even though dia akan change dia punya location slightly, tetapi still you have the structure. For example, over here you have dorsal spinocerebellar tract. Dekat bahagian sensory decussation, also you have dorsal spinocerebellar tract. Same structure actually. Okay, if you have anterior spinothalamic tract over here, dekat sini juga you akan jumpa anterior spinothalamic tract, right? Anterior spinothalamic tract. This one, ni ventral ni. Ini adalah anterior spinothalamic tract. Same thing. And also you have ventral lateral spinothalamic tract. Semua sama, right? Okay, location almost sama. Okay, so same thing, right? So whatever tract yang passing through pyramid decussation level, itu juga akan passing through sensory decussation level. Same structure class. Cuma sekarang ni, apa beza di antara pyramid decussation and also sensory decussation? Why we have sensory decussation level? Dekat mana sensory decussation level sebenarnya? Listen carefully. Posterior to the at the midsections of the medulla oblongata. Posteriorly, you ada this bundle of axon over here, which is ini structure you are very very familiar class. Which is ini adalah extend from this region class. Ini adalah you panggil sebagai fasciculus gracilis medially, and this fasciculus gracilis akan extend upward. Ini adalah fasciculus gracilis juga sama. Dia akan extend until reach you all punya midsection, mid level of the medulla oblongata. Same thing. If this is fasciculus cuneatus, meaning that ini merupakan fasciculus cuneatus juga. Same thing. Beza dia adalah dekat bahagian pyramid decussation, you only can see fasciculus gracilis and also cuneatus saja. Which mean you hanya boleh jumpa track sahaja. Tetapi when we cut your medulla oblongata at the mid level, at the sensory decussation, what you can see here, fasciculus gracilis and also fasciculus cuneatus, these two tract basically akan terminate dekat this nuclei ni kelas. Ini nuclei ni. Which means you akan ada this nuclei. Okay? Which means fasciculus gracilis akan terminate dekat this nuclei. Fasciculus cuneatus akan terminate dekat this nuclei. And this nuclei, saya dah berkata tadi kelas apa nama dia. Kalau fasciculus gracilis, nuclei ini you panggil sebagai, yes kelas, you panggil sebagai gracilis nuclei. If this is fasciculus cuneatus, meaning that this nuclei you panggil sebagai, yes kelas, kalau ini adalah gracilis nuclei, ini merupakan cuneatus nucleus ataupun nuclei. Understood kelas? Cuneatus nucleus, right? This is your gracilis nucleus, dan ini merupakan, yes kelas, ini merupakan your cuneatus. Okay, just ignore about accessory nuclei ini. Just remember, all these nuclei you panggil sebagai, yes, you panggil sebagai cuneatus nuclei ataupun nucleus. Faham kelas? Meaning that these are the difference class. At the pyramid decussation, you don't have this nuclei. See? You don't have this nuclei, prominent nuclei. But this nuclei, very clearly, you can see this nuclei dekat mana? Dekat bahagian sensory decussation. At the level of the mid sections of the medulla oblongata, you can see this clearly nuclei, which is that nuclei you panggil sebagai cuneatus nuclei, and also gracilis nuclei class. Right. Now, again, class. Refer to this diagram yang saya dah buat tadi untuk you all. This nuclei over here, see. Ini. Can you see class, this structure? This is your cuneatus. This is your fasciculus cuneatus. Dan ini merupakan fasciculus gracilis. Can you see class? Fasciculus cuneatus terminate dekat mana? Cuneatus nuclei. Fasciculus gracilis terminate dekat mana? Gracilis nuclei. And this nuclei, cuneatus nuclei dan juga gracilis nuclei, you boleh jumpa dekat mana? Pyramid decussation level ataupun sensory decussation level class. Yes, class?
Sensory
Very
decussation.
good. Yes, you can see dekat mana? Dekat sensory decussation level. Understood? Sensory decussation level. Now maybe I can draw something simple diagram for you to show you why we call it as a decussation, sensory decussation. Listen carefully. All right. Imagine this is your spinal cord. Sorry. This is your medulla oblongata class. Let's say this is your medulla oblongata. Okay, superiorly. This is apa yang saya draw ni dekat bahagian mana? Dekat bahagian sensory decussation, right? Dekat bahagian sensory decussation. So inilah midline, okay? Midline. Okay, so this is anterior median sulcus fissure. This is posterior median fissure sulcus. Alright. Now you can remember class. Medially, you have this tract. Okay, medially you have this tract. Apa nama tract ni class? Fasciculus apa? Medially. class? Medially. All right. Gracilis, fasciculus, gracilis. Right. Again, class. Ini adalah just schematic diagram sahaja. Right, schematic diagram sahaja kelas. Right, should be this track berada di posterior di belakang. Right, tapi saya nak berkata how that decusation happen actually. Laterally, you ada apa kelas? Which nuclei you ada here? Sorry, which fasciculus you ada sini? Fasciculus cuneatus. Right. This fasciculus cuneatus akan terminate dekat fasciculus, akan terminate dekat mana kelas? Dekat you all punya gracilis nucleus. Cuneatus nucleus. Whereas your gracilis, fasciculus gracilis akan terminate dekat you all punya gracilis nucleus kelas. Yes. Okay. Clear kelas? So this is your cuneatus nuclei, dan ini adalah you all punya fasciculus cuneatus. This is your gracilis nucleus, and this is your, yes, fasciculus gracilis. Understood? Okay. Now listen carefully, class. Now this is how we explain why we call at this region we call as at the sensory decussation level. Okay, right? Why we can say this as a sensory decussation level. Listen carefully. Once gracile nuclei and cuneated nuclei receive sensation from the fasciculus cuneatus and fasciculus gracilis, this fiber, basically, this fiber akan, yes, class? Yes, what you can see, class, over here. Apa yang nampak, kelas? This fiber akan, yes. Apa nama crossover tu, kelas? Decussation. See? Which means fiber from the cuneatus nuclei and also gracile nuclei, okay? This fiber, this axon, okay, basically akan mengalami decussation, okay? Akan mengalami decussation because as you know, fasciculus cuneatus and also fasciculus gracilis ini merupakan tracts, ini merupakan, yes class, dia merupakan sensory tract, am I right? Dia merupakan sensory tract, am I right? You carry sensation. So gracile nuclei and so cuneatus nuclei, in order to move upward, carry sensation, go to your cerebral cortex, this fiber basically having decussation dekat bahagian mana? Mid-level medulla oblongata. They decussate each other. Okay, once this fiber decussate each other, after decussation, this fiber akan running upward. After decussation, this fiber akan running upward. This fiber akan running upward, and now after decussation, this bundle of axon, after sensory decussation, this fiber, after sensory decussation, now this fiber kita panggil sebagai, yes, kita panggil sebagai medial lemniscus. Okay, medial lemniscus class. Okay, that's why this level kita panggil sebagai sensory decussation. Dekat mana you can jumpa that decussation? In a region actually, you can see this decussation. Okay, itu merupakan decussation. Okay, decussation from where? Decussation from fiber daripada you punya gracile nuclei and also cuneatus nuclei. After decussate, this fiber which is coming from the gracile nuclei and cuneatus nucleus akan moving upward as a new tract, and this tract kita panggil sebagai medial lemniscus. Okay, medial lemniscus. Okay, back to this diagram. Okay, class. Okay, can you see class over here, class? Can you see? This fiber akan cross each other. See? Akan cross each other. Okay, so you can imagine not only this side, both side bilateral. From here, it moving contralaterally. Okay, so when this fiber moving contralaterally, after that dia akan moving upward, and this fiber now you panggil sebagai, yes class, you panggil sebagai medial lemniscus. Understood, class? That's why this diagram, what you should know is, actually there are something like continuation, three structure yang continue each other. The first one, you should know about fasciculus gracilis, fasciculus cuneatus, and then gracilis nucleus, cuneatus nucleus. After that, medial lemniscus. Okay, this is the medial lemniscus. Okay, so this fiber akan running upward as a medial lemniscus pathway. Okay, medial lemniscus pathway. Okay, class. So far, soalan second class. So these are the difference between at the sensory level, sensory decussation level, and also at the pyramid decussation level. Soalan second class. Clear class?
Clear, sir.
Sure. All right. I think anteriorly, same structure you can see, class. Ini adalah pyramids. Pyramids. Okay. This is your pyramids over here. Pyramids. Right. And as you know, pyramid consists of corticobulbar and also corticospinal tract, right? And every district, I think you should know, right? Okay. So this is ascending and this is descending pathway, similar to your everything similar to your pyramid decussation level structure. All right. And also you have this structure class, nuclei and also tract, which is this is what we call as a tuber, tuberculum, cynerium, consists of trigeminal nuclei and also subspinal tract of trigeminal nerve. Right. What else that you should know, class? Right. Listen carefully. This is extra structure that you should know. Dekat you all punya brainstem, not only you have gracile nucleus and also cuneatus nucleus class, you have these structures, very important structure class. Ini kita panggil sebagai nucleus of solitary tract ataupun kita panggil sebagai the first one nucleus of tractus solitarius. Okay, this one nucleus of tractus solitarius ataupun solitary tract. Okay, class. You will learn in detail when we talk about cranial nerve. But for the time being, you should know that this nucleus of tractus solitarius is very important because they carry sensation regarding apa tahu? Regarding taste. Okay, they release sensation regarding taste from where? From cranial nerve number from cranial nerve number 7, from cranial nerve number 9, and from cranial nerve number 10. Okay, so these are the things yang kita panggil sebagai nucleus of tractus solitarius. And also, dia juga akan carry sensation from where? Kita panggil sebagai they carry sensation from your visceral organ. From visceral organ. Organ dalaman, right? Okay. Okay. For example, berkaitan dengan baroreceptor, right, which is berkaitan dengan blood pressure, ataupun chemoreceptor. Chemoreceptor. Okay. Berkaitan dengan chemical environment inside you punya blood you, right? Okay. So everything really dekat mana? Nucleus of tractus solitarius. Okay, which is this nucleus of tractus solitarius basically receives sensation from 3 nerve actually, from facial nerve, from your glossopharyngeal nerve, and also from vagus nerve. Okay, that's number 1. Nucleus of solitary tract ataupun nucleus of tractus solitarius. That's number 1. Number 2 is you have these nuclei, which is we call as dorsal motor nucleus of the vagus nerve ataupun simply we can call as dorsal vagal nucleus. Okay. Again, you will touch in detail dalam topik cranial nerve when we talk about vagus nerve punya stimulation. Dorsal vagal nuclei. Dorsal vagal nuclei, basically, ini merupakan parasympathetic nuclei actually. Parasympathetic motonuclei. Okay, where it innervate any involuntary muscle actually, right? Smooth muscles, your glands actually, your cardiac muscles, okay, dekat your punya neck, dekat your punya thorax, your punya abdomen, okay, your GIT, right? Your gaster, okay, your heart actually, right? So everything basically under influence by dorsal vagal nuclei. Right, the third one is class. The third nuclei that you should know class. The last one adalah that nuclei kita panggil sebagai over here. Nucleus of ambiguous. Ataupun the third one kita panggil sebagai ambiguous nuclei. Okay, ambiguous nuclei. This ambiguous nuclei is very, very important because ini merupakan motonuclei. Motonuclei, and it's very, very important to stimulate cranial nerve number 9 and also cranial nerve number 10. Yang mana cranial nerve number 9 and 10 is very, very important untuk stimulate muscles yang berkaitan dengan deglutitions. Deglutition mean swallowing. Deglutitions mean swallowing. Alright? Okay, so this is very, very important. Okay, that's why if you have any lesion regarding your medulla oblongata, okay, maybe lesion dekat your nucleus ambiguous, maybe you have trauma, ada blood occlusion, maybe ada tumor which is compressed your nucleus ambiguous, right? So you have problem with deglutition, okay, deglutition, okay. Okay, patient susah nak menelan actually, okay, kita panggil sebagai dysphagia, dysphagia. Right? So that one is ambiguous nuclei. Okay, stimulate cranial nerve number 9 and also 10, which is cranial nerve 9 and 10 is very, very important for deglutitions punya activity. Okay, so itu adalah nucleus ambiguous class, right? Okay, listen carefully class, right? First, I explain about fasciculus and also cuneatus, and then I move on into your cuneatus nuclei and also gracilis cuneatus nuclei and also gracilis nuclei, and I explain about your medial lemniscus, which is fiber from your cuneatus nuclei and also gracilis nuclei. They akan decussate each other to form medial lemniscus, right? And also after that, I explain about the sensory tract, which is consists of similar pattern with track which is dekat dalam you all punya medulla oblongata dekat level pyramid decussation, and also you have motor fiber over here, motor tracks over here, same thing everything. And the last one I explain about dekat bahagian you all punya central canal, kan, central canal spinal cord, you ada gray matter, and dekat this gray matter you ada very, very important nuclei. Number one, nucleus of tractus solitarius, penting untuk apa? Carry sensation regarding taste and also visceral sensation, contohnya baroreceptor, chemoreceptor, which is coming from where? Coming from cranial nerve number 7, 9 and 10. Number 2, we have dorsal vagal nuclei, which is these are nuclei belongs to vagus nerve, which is this nuclei basically act as a parasympathetic motor nuclei, stimulate any smooth muscle, any cardiac muscles, any gland which is dekat bahagian your thorax, your abdomen, everything. Okay, contohnya your gaster, your GIT, your liver, right, your heart, everything under influence by your dorsal vagal nuclei. And the last one we have ambiguous nuclei. Ambiguous nuclei, which is just lateral to your tuberculum cinereum. You ada ambiguous nuclei. Ini merupakan motor nuclei where it stimulates cranial nerve number 9 and 10, and this is for deglutition activity. Okay, deglutition activity. Okay, class, so far. Ada soalan saya kat kelas? Anything? Now, kita finish medulla oblongata at the level of pyramids and also at the level of sensory decussation. Soalan saya kat kelas? Anything? Right? Anything? Soalan? Yes, class, anything?
So far, okay, sir.
Very, very good. Yeah, yeah. I think easy, right? Class, easy, right? Hello, class.
Yes, sir.
Easy,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Easy, right?
No, no, no.
Yeah, quite.
It's quite easy, actually. Okay, it's quite easy. Okay, okay. Yeah. Next, next one, the last one, class, right? Last one. Now we cut your medulla oblongata at the level of olive. Okay, at the level of olive over here. Alright. Dekat mana olive you can see, class? Absolutely dekat this region, upper part of medulla oblongata. At this region. This region. Olive. Yes. Okay, that one is olive, right? This is olive. Yes, this structure you should know. Right? The first structure, when we talk about the olive, at the olive region, at the olive area, which is upper part of the medulla oblongata, the first thing that you should know, class, adalah, yes, you should remember, you should remember about this nuclei first sekali. And this nuclei kita panggil sebagai, yes class, ini merupakan your, I'm very very happy kalau you ingat this nuclei. Bila kita cut dekat bahagian rostral part of the medulla oblongata, you can see this nuclei, and this nuclei we call as inferior olivary nuclei. Okay, inferior olivary nuclei. Okay, this is very very important nuclei actually, class, because this inferior olivary nuclei basically consists of fiber where it can stimulate, or it can bring information towards your cerebellum. Okay, towards the cerebellum. That one is we call it as inferior olivary nucleus. Okay, next class. So what else you can see here, class? I think some structure you can see, class. For example, anterior spinothalamic tract. We have, even though this tract basically has a different locations now, right? For example, just now when we talk about the sensory decussation and also pyramid decussation level, right? Most of this tract basically sitting laterally, right? Now we can see here, class, these tracks basically start moving medially, right? Start moving medially, right? And you can see now anterior spinothalamic tract now moving medially, okay? Whereas this is the lateral spinothalamic tract laterally, okay? Because of previously we can explain that this anterior spinothalamic basically sitting laterally, now it moving medially, right? And again, still we have ventral spinocerebellar tract, and also we have dorsal spinal cerebellar tract, which carries sensation enter your cerebellum, right? So in this section, olive section, right, not only you can see inferior olivary nuclei, right, what you can see here, class, okay, class, because this near to your pons actually, this near to your pontomedullary junction, pontomedullary junction, class. I hope you can remember, class, over here. This is your pons. Okay, this is your middle cerebral peduncles. All right. Over here, this is your medulla oblongata, class. Okay. Yes, class. Can you name this cranial nerve, class? This cranial nerve, this cranial nerve, and this cranial nerve. Yes, class. First cranial nerve. This is cranial number. Yes, class.
6,
Very good. This is cranial nerve number 6.
Tick.
And then over here,
7,
7. And then the last one is
8,
number 8, right? Which is vestibulocochlear nerve, right? So from this region, right, you can see nuclei which is related to this cranial nerve, right? Now that's why when we view posteriorly, over here, right, first thing that you should know is, I think solitary tract, I think you know, right? Nucleus tractus solitarius. I explained to you before, right? Nucleus of tractus solitarius. Okay, this is regarding the taste sensation, the visual sensation coming from your cranial nerve number 7, 9, and also 10, right? And also, right, nucleus ambiguous, right? Same thing, right? This is carry impulse and stimulate your cranial number 9 and 10. This is regarding the deglutition activities, right? Extra nuclei that you should know is, class, right? Here, class, lateral to your inferior cerebellar peduncles over here. And also clearly you can see here, class, okay, what is the difference, right? What is the difference between pyramidal decussation, sensory decussation, and also olive, class? One of the biggest difference that basically you can see this structure ini, this structure. Apa nama structure ni, kelas? Ini merupakan inferior cerebellar peduncles over here. Inferior cerebellar peduncles over here. You can see over here running upward and enter your cerebellum. So ini dipanggil sebagai inferior cerebellar peduncles. Okay, so you can see this peduncles dekat bahagian mana? Dekat bahagian upper part of medulla sahaja. Dekat bahagian upper part of medulla sahaja, you can see this peduncle. Kalau kita cut dekat bahagian sensory decussation, atau kalau kita cut dekat bahagian your pyramid decussation, you cannot see these peduncles, inferior cerebellar. Only dekat bahagian olive sahaja you can see these inferior cerebellar peduncles. Next class, okay, what's the extra structure you can see? Dorsal vagal nuclei, I think you know, right? These are almost the same. Dorsal vagal nuclei carry sensation regarding the parasympathetic action. The thing the difference adalah ini kelas. Dekat bahagian you punya inferior cerebellar peduncles over here, right? Sitting laterally, these nuclei. You have these nuclei. Because these nuclei actually related to cranial nerve number 8. Apa number 8 kelas? Number 8. Number 8 refer to? Yes?
Vestibulocochlear.
Yes, because you know, right? Vestibulocochlear nerve, which is cranial nerve number 8, vestibulocochlear nerve consists of two parts. Number one consists of vestibular nerve and also consists of cochlear nerve, right? Cochlear nerve. Vestibular nerve, absolutely you must have vestibular nuclei, right? Which is really that sensation, vestibular nuclei. And also cochlear nerve, also you must have cochlear nuclei, which is receive sensation regarding hearing. Okay, so that's why dekat vestibular nuclei and also cochlear nuclei, absolutely you can see dekat this region. Number one, you have cochlear nuclei over here, which is relay sensation regarding the hearing. From where? From vestibular cochlear nerve. And number two, you have vestibular nuclei over here. Vestibular nuclei over here. Over here, vestibular nuclei, which is carry sensation from where? From the vestibular nerve. Uh, it become relay center for the vestibular nerve, which is, as you know, vestibular nerve basically part of vestibulocochlear nerve class. Right. And the last one, nuclei that you should remember adalah for cranial nerve number 12. Because as you know, cranial nerve number 12 is sitting here. Okay, cranial number 12 plus dekat this region, right? Okay, dekat mana kelas? Dekat you all punya anterolateral sulcus, right? Dekat sini you can nampak these are the area where you can see your, yes class, you can see your cranial nerve number 12, right? Cranial nerve number 12, which is your, yes class, number 12 refer to cranial number 12. Very good. Hypoglossal nerve, right? That's why dekat bahagian your upper medulla, you can see hypoglossal nuclei. Okay? Because hypoglossal, you can imagine over here, inside here, you ada hypoglossal nuclei. And this hypoglossal nuclei basically this fiber akan keluar daripada your anterolateral sulcus of the medulla. After that, akan innervate, yes class, akan innervate apa? Which muscle? Tongue muscles. Okay, ataupun spesifik kita panggil sebagai extrinsic tongue muscle class, right? Okay, what else that you should know class about this structure, alright? And the last structure that you should remember class adalah medially class. Absolutely, ini merupakan continuation from ini. Continuation daripada sensory decussation over here. Ini. Okay. Continuation daripada gracile nuclei punya fiber and also cuneatus nuclei punya fiber. After decussate, this fiber we call as a medial lemniscus. That's why, can you see class? Ini merupakan medial lemniscus. That's a position ni pun you dah tahu. This tract basically sitting medially. And also why we call as a lemniscus? Because this tract basically is a ribbon shaped punya tract. Macam ni. Okay, see the ribbon shape, and inside this structure you have bundle of axons. They flatten actually. Okay, inside here you have bundle of axon. So that's what we call as a lemniscus. A fiber, if this fiber basically rounded in shape, cylindrical in shape, bulat macam ni, rounded in shape. And inside you have fiber of neurons running through, okay, but the shape almost rounded, okay, bentuk macam ni, right? Ini kalau kita cut, dalam ni you ada axons, right? Kalau yang ini dia almost flat macam ni, right? Structure dia almost flat, dan dalam you ada bundle of, you ada axon. And this structure usually kita panggil sebagai, yes class, kita panggil sebagai fasciculus atau fasciculi, right? So that's why this region kita panggil sebagai lemniscus. It's a ribbon shaped near tract, and it's sitting medially, and it carries sensation from where? It carries sensation from gracile nuclei and also cuneatus nuclei, and moving upward and terminate dekat you all punya thalamus. Okay, class. So far, do you have any question, class? I think the rest adalah sama, okay? So here you can see still you can nampak this structure, okay? Tapi this structure dah moving medially, alright? Ini you panggil sebagai, yes class, ini you panggil sebagai tuber cynerium, tuberculum cynerium, okay? Tuberculum cynerium, okay? Consists of spinal nuclei, trigeminal nuclei, and also spinal tract of trigeminal nerve. Okay. Okay, class. I think that's all regarding your medulla. Soalan second class, anything? I think next lecture kita akan try to explain about your pons structure and also midbrain structure. Yes. For the time being, kita habiskan dulu your external anatomy brainstem and also your medulla oblongata, external and also internal anatomy class so far. Right? So again, actually this is your job to find the difference between these three levels, right? Pyramid decussation, at the level of sensory decussation, and also at the level of olive structure, right? Olive structure, right? So you need to identify the structures where you can basically certain structure basically are located within the pyramid decussation level. Ada some located within the sensory decussation. Maybe ada some located at the olive, or you can say upper part of the medulla oblongata, at the olive level actually. Okay, at the olive level.